years.
Yeah, the numbers are phenomenal, but when you finish #1 6 consecutive years, you're going to be putting some good money in the bank.
Oh, that goes wide. And so again, Malisse at that 40-love mark. He has lost very few points on his own serve. Only one, to be exact. And now 2.
Well, Pete Sampras has made 3 backhand errors this game. I mean, he's going to have to pick it up on that side. He's really struggled on the backhand here.
Service ace down the center. 115.
Well, Sampras has been busy in tiebreakers this week. He played 2 of them against Michael Chang. And of course, 1 of them against Magnus Norman. So he's been busy when it comes to the 12-point tiebreak. And I should say successful.
Wow. I think he's played a few in his career. It's incredible. Yes. Malisse a little hop there. Waits for Sampras and then a nice controlled angle on the forehand.
Yeah, not a bad approach, but Malisse had time, and again, he's very crafty. He finds openings in the court with subtle touches like that. And that's a special shot right there.
That's why if Malisse can continue to serve like he has in the regular set, he's going to be tough in this tiebreak. Sampras catches the tape, and now Malisse up 2-0.
Well, you can see Paul Annacone, a bit of concern creeping into his visage. His look, he's got just a hint that everything is not right.
Catches Sampras. Again, that nice control on the forehand.
Well, great decision from Malisse here. Instead of making an error, he makes Sampras play 1 more shot. And it's a tough one, and Pete can't convert it. Sampras has not been able to convert when he gets into the front of the court.
Oh, it's a great volley from Sampras on a must-win point.
Well, this has a hint of genius about it. Not an easy volley, inside out, a little bit of carve on it to make it go out to this doubles alley. This is what Malisse has to do. Coming right into your living room.
Sampras with ace number 5. 127 miles per hour, right down the center.
Sampras is not done yet. And here he comes. He's got 2 points to get 1 to get back to even.
He's got him. They will change sides.
Well, the approach shot wasn't good enough, and Sampras made him pay. Pete Sampras doing a little bit of work on his strings, trying to get another few points out of them before they possibly break. And those are the tightest strings on the tour.
Ooh, and Malisse.
Oh, and that one fell over.
Oh, does he get a break?
Divine intervention there.
Oh, man, Leafy took a big chance on that second serve. Too good.
Well, Malisse is not able to finish at the net the last couple of points. Again, big windup, tremendous power.
So from 3 zip down, Sampras with 4 quick points. That's a fault. No. Sampras with his second double of the match. What a time for it.
Yeah, and that was sort of a careless second serve. It wasn't really close to the box. He missed it by some margin. Bridget Wilson obviously concerned.
No. Malisse thought he had it.
5-4. Sampras. From here.
Carlos Bernardes in the chair will not be overruled.
I cannot tell from here.
This is right on the line. Can we send them off? Because if you can't see this, I'm right on the line. You're going to send them
No,
off?
I cannot say now because we have full crew on court.
Bernardes saying there's a full crew of lines people. He's not going to change the call. Way too close to overrule, I think, Leaf. Another look.
Yeah, I thought it was out. I mean, he's got plenty of room here. He plays it a little too close to the line, and I think it missed.
Yeah. There is that huge forehand from Sampras when he needs it.
Well, you can play this kind of shot into the backhand, but in the forehand, you're going to get bitten. And Sampras makes him pay. I mean, this was a rocket.
Set point, Sampras. And Sampras again catches Malisse with a brilliant forehand. And listen to this crowd. Sampras has come back from 3-love down, wins the tiebreak. He leads by a set. Stay with us. We're in LA. Full house here at the Los Angeles Tennis Center on a beautiful Saturday night. The Mercedes-Benz Cup as the 7-time Wimbledon champion Pete Sampras comes roaring back in that tiebreak, Leaf, and he hit some brilliant forehands.
Yeah, he was spectacular right at the finish. He was a little lucky, however, when Malisse made some mistakes. Malisse was up 3-0 in that breaker.
Malisse still yelling at Carlos Bernardes in the chair. Thought he got that
No, I'll
bad
tell
call.
you next in Joven.
Love. 15 love. No.
Well, Sampras has been in trouble this week. You know, Chang served for the first set at 5-4. And against Norman served for the second set at 5-4. So he's had to dodge a few bullets. And I tell you, he dodged a big bullet in that tiebreaker.
Look out. Oh, yes.
And haven't we all done this at one time or another? You got the easy finisher and you hit it right back to the guy. That's a bad feeling. Even the best players in the world.
One game to love. Xavier Malisse now in the second set. Let's go to Patrick O'Neill.
Barry, I am with the future of American tennis. No pressure here, guys. Andy Roddick. Andy, you've had a tremendous year so far. 2 wins at Atlanta and Houston. Jan Michael, you guys are playing doubles later tonight. Is that right, Jan Michael Gamble?
We are. We enjoy playing doubles together. It's always fun for us. We're good friends and we get there and have a good time.
Terrific. Now, I know you said you played Malisse before, is that correct?
Yeah, I played him twice.
Now, you had a big win over Pete Sampras of Key Biscayne. That must have meant a lot for your career, number one, your confidence. Number two, what does that mean, for a sense, like for Malisse, for instance? What secret could you give him to take out Pete?
Oh, I don't really know. You just kind of have to hope for some chances and capitalize on them when you get them. I mean, Pete's such a great player. You have to have a little luck in there, too.
Jan, have you had a chance to play Malisse before?
I think Xavier and I have played about 3 or 4 times, yes. And even this year, we've played twice.
And the strong part of his game?
Xavier has very good ground strokes. He has a big first serve. You know, when he's getting that in, he's getting a lot of short balls. And he's a pretty good all-around player. His volleys have been improving.
Fantastic. Andy, now, phenomenal year for you. Big turnaround. What's in the future? What do you see for yourself coming up with this year with the Open coming up?
Hopefully a couple more wins. That's all I'm hoping for. You know, I just want to play well and, you know, see where that takes me.
Fantastic. Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate it. Okay. Back to you, Barry.
All right, Patrick. Those guys will be playing some doubles tonight against Gimbel, Staub, and O'Brien. The Bryan twins already out into the finals, Leaf. Those Bryans having some real good success.
Yeah, they have come on. The Bryans have won 3 events this year. Queens, Memphis, Newport. Looking like the American team to beat these days. Certainly Roddick and Gamble bring some big serving firepower into any tennis court.
Oh, yes. Serve and volley. Sampras just waits for Malisse to make his move.
Yeah, and it's interesting what Roddick said about playing Sampras, and it's so true. I mean, the guy's so tough that you just have to hang in there, wait for your moments, and hope that you can capitalize. Malisse was in that type of moment where he had him but couldn't finish. And now he's got to play from behind. Something very tough to do.
Sampras looking over, didn't like the call on that serve. Thought he had the solid first serve in. That's a miss hit. And so Sampras holds. We are at 1 game all, second set. Let's have a look now at our first set statistics.
Well, Sampras is trying to put pressure on, but he's not really converting as well as he'd like, and that's because Malisse has come up with some good shots. Again, both the guys have hit more winners than errors, but not too many chances for Sampras against the Malisse serve. I mean, it's Malisse who's had the break points and hasn't converted.
Malisse, who was in there 2 for 2 earlier, last 3 times he came in, loses those points, and that might give him a little shell shock activity. He may start staying back even more. There is that Paul Annacone approach, the nice slice deep.
Well, that's the first time he's made that chip. You know, he's missed a couple wide. So I think when Pete Sampras has the first set in his pocket, he loosens up just enough and gets into his rhythm a little more easily.
Malisse, first time we've seen him serve and volley, Leaf. That looked good.
I like this guy, the way he plays. He's talented from the back. He's not afraid to go in and do what's required. I mean, it was a good serve, gave him a high return, knocked off the volley.
Sampras rolling over that backhand, keeping it low, and now Sampras with a chance here, 15-30.
Yeah, you got to come in on something better than that. I mean, it's just not a good enough approach.
No. And another big return from Sampras. Now Pete Sampras with double break point, third game, second set. Richard starting to loosen up a little bit.
He's moving.
No, the two-hander catches the net, and Sampras is broken in the third game of the second set. He has the first in a tiebreak. Stay with us. We're at the Mercedes-Benz Cup, Los Angeles. Pete Sampras up 2-1, leading 15-love. Second serve here. The problem when you run around that forehand, Leaf, you leave a lot of court open.
Well, that's one of the few times Sampras has converted that backhand down the line. I think the difference is watch how he gets his weight on the ball. Again, when you can get your weight into the shot this way, it's going to add direction, and that's going to help him get that ball down the line. See how he leans into the hit. That can be a tough shot for a player with a one-handed backhand to play a shoulder high ball and change directions. So if you can use your body weight to help give you line, it's going to help you make that shot more effectively.
It's a great replay. Almost looked like a ballet dancer the way he floated into that shot. He is graceful, Sampras. Very fluid.
Yet he's got that power. I mean, he can just turn on that explosive power.
That will go long, and so Sampras holds 3-1, second set.
Well, here's a look at the Americans in the top 100 of the champions race. Jan Michael Gamble, and of course Andy Roddick we just spoke with. Pete Sampras surprisingly out of the top 10 at 20. And down the list, Todd Martin, Chris Woodruff, Michael Russell, who had such a great run against Gustavo Kuerten at the French, and Chang and Mamet rounding it out.
Sampras, who defeated Michael Chang in 2 tie breaks. A very tight match here. Old rivals. They played some great junior tennis right here in Southern California years ago. Now, don't forget, tomorrow we'll have action from the Mercedes-Benz Cup, the final match. It's Agassi against the winner of this match. We'll bring it to you live at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific on Fox Sports Net. Check your local listings for the start time in your area.
Well, I'm sure all tennis fans are perhaps rubbing their hands in anticipation of a Sampras-Agassi final. I mean, that would be something special. Certainly a set and a break up.
Let cord. No call, right in the corner.
I won't count Malisse out, though. I mean, this guy is always dangerous. And look at that forehand off the back foot. Look at how far back behind the baseline he is. Comes up with a winner.
And Leaf, if you're going to go for that forehand and leave that court open, you've got to go for a big shot. You can't just kind of baby it.
No, he hit that well, and he hit it with length, too. You know, it hit right in the corner.
Oh, Sampras going for it all. Missing well over the baseline, and so Malisse, 40-15. Wow, that's a big shot. Oh, yes. Sampras just nails the return. Picks it up early. Anacone thinking, that's what I used to do.
You know, Paul didn't drive the backhand. Not like that, I'll tell you what. Anacone was a chip and charge. But that's a sign, I think, that Sampras is finding his rhythm. You know, when he's knocking a ball that hard and getting in behind it to volley.
That will go long, and so Malisse holds 3-2. Sampras, second set. 3-2. Sampras leading in the second set. He has the first in a tiebreak, and Sampras now will serve in the 6th game of the second set. No, it goes wide. Darkness now starting to set in over this beautiful center court here in Los Angeles. This is a tough time to play, Leaf, in the, you know, with the light just sort of going away and the lights on.
Well, it's been pretty gradual, so I think it's you know, less of a shock to the players. And nice lights here at UCLA. So.
Sampras back. Ace number 6 out wide, 122 miles per hour. Just wide. Tell you, if you're a center service lines person with Sampras, you got to be awfully quick.
Well, this is where players respond. Like when Sampras gave up that error in the opening point, Malisse has jumped in now, and now he's got a little bit of an edge, and he's pushing for the break. So he is very in tune to what's going on here, and he's raised his level of play at the right moment.
Tremendous get by Malisse.
Well, Malisse is deceptively quick, and here's a good example of it. I mean, he tracks down this drop shot. He's about 60 feet from this ball. Tries to bunt the angle, but you can see how slow the court is. The ball bounces straight up there, and it's tough to make that ball go out of the court. It says something about how hard Pete Sampras serves, that he can make the ball carry him through to the back screen on a fairly slow hard court.
Oh, the forehand catches the net, and now Malisse with a big chance here. This crowd behind the youngster from Belgium. Suddenly they want to see more tennis.
Well, Sampras will give you the error on occasion off the forehand. He's pretty solid on the backhand. There's an example of it there.
That's wide. He gets out of trouble.
The great players respond that way, don't they, Barry? They get that first serve in. They really force you to come up with something very good. Good recognition here from Malisse that he had Sampras in trouble because he got in and volleyed that next one. That's a nice play. That looked like a Barry McKay play. Come in on that off ball, the floater.
Took every chance I had. And you got no ground strokes. You got to get in there. Oh, and Malisse jumps at the two-hander. Another opportunity disappears. It's deuce.
Sampras changed him up. Did not come in behind the volley. Excuse me, did not come in behind the serve.
No call. Sampras with that slice out wide. He's number 7. And so Sampras holds. We are at 4 games to 2. Second set. Sampras still up the break now. 4-2. If you're Pete Sampras at this point in the match, Leaf, as big a server as he is, are you saying to yourself, all I got to do is hold my serve 2 more times?
I'm sure it's in the back of his mind, but I think if he'd like, any player wants to get it as quickly as you can. So I think he's looking, hey, I'm going to get the break right here.
15 all.
If you remember back at the start of the match, Pete Sampras started out with a wrap on his leg. He's taken that wrap off. So if he is injured, Barry, I'm sure he's saying, hey, I don't want to have any more time on the court than I need.
No call.
And that was on his right hamstring or his right quad. He's since taken it off and hasn't really shown any signs of a problem with it.
6 aces now for Malisse.
And there is a look at the wrap that he started with. You can see he took it off as he just about started play right before the first point of the match. So perhaps he wanted it on just to get it warm, Barry.
Yeah, everybody was a little nervous when they saw that, and then he kind of massaged that thigh early in the first set. And Malisse, another solid shot. Ace number 7. Stay with us. 4-3, second set. Welcome back as Pete Sampras now serving up a break and a set. Andre Agassi perhaps watching this match on television. He waits in the finals for the winner, and it could be a Sampras-Agassi final, although Malisse has other ideas with that forehand right up the line. Great passing shot.
So Pete has served well tonight when he's been in trouble, and that's been a big dividend. And that one was confirmed by the chair umpire, Carlos Bernardes, so definitely wide.
Sampras's game this set, I think, has really loosened up, playing a lot better than he did early.
He's converting those short balls. I mean, there's no doubt about that forehand, no doubt about him getting in. He just seems more decisive. He's reacting to the ball better. He's always been known as something of a slow starter.
It's wide.
But obviously a great finisher, Barry.
Just over the baseline, and now Sampras at game point, trying to get to 5-3.
The steady pressure from Sampras, you know, the big serve coming in, either it's a volley or a big ground stroke. He's always forcing you to come up with the goods.
Great shot from Sampras on the half volley. And so Sampras holds 5 games to 3.
It is 4 games to 3.
Pretty nifty half volley. Again, when in doubt, stay down on the ball. Again, reacts to the pace, stays with the volley, gets in that good position for the next shot. I mean, this guy is really converting beautifully now at the net.
He does make that shot look easy, and that is a tough shot, that little half volley.
Now, sometimes it's easier when it is played hard because you can use a little more of the pace. Because Brad Gilbert used to throw the knuckle return with no pace. Very tough to half volley that kind of shot. Well, this time it's Malisse digging out a half volley.
Oh, from way behind his body. Great shot from Malisse. Xavier Malisse not going quietly as David Felgate looks on. Service ace. Number 8. Stay with us when we return. Sampras serves for a berth against Agassi. Sampras serving now for the match. And another, oh no. Again, Sampras with that half volley. He has maybe only missed 1 half volley all night.
He's been really converting now at the net in this second set. Look at this angle.
Oh,
That's nice. Really nice.
all the fault.
Photograph.
2 points away. 30 love.
I'll tell you, Malisse has hung in there, man. I really feel like he had that first set, but he hasn't gone away. He stayed tough.
Oh, and again, Sampras with some brilliant touch on the forehand. And now Sampras.
Now this is a much more solid Sampras, his second set.
Triple match point. Oh, yes. And Sampras putting together a tremendous second set. A standing ovation for the 7-time Wimbledon champion who really got it together in that second set.
Well, I'll say after that first set, he really got his rhythm. And that was his best set of tennis he has played this week, I think.
And so Sampras into the finals. He'll take on Andre Agassi tomorrow. A big smile. Stay with us. We'll come back and talk to Pete Sampras. Pete Sampras, a straight set winner here in Los Angeles, 7-6 and 6-4. Sampras with a brilliant display in that second set, getting it together. He will take on Andre Agassi, his old rival, in the championship match tomorrow. And what a match that should be. And we will have it for you. Check your local listings. Sampras, a winner. He's courtside now with Patrick O'Neill.
Pete, absolutely awesome, great match.
Yeah, thanks. It was a battle out there. We had a very tight first set. He's a talented player. He's got a good game. Got a little bit fortunate in the breaker and ended up winning the match. So it was a tough match to get through.
Yeah, down 3-love in the breaker. You reel off 7 of the next 8 points. Was that the turnaround for you?
It was a big turnaround. You know, he was playing great. It was a pretty tough call there at 4-all. I think it might have caught, but I'll take it. You know, it's one of. But it was a big part of the match was the first set. I went on and played a pretty good second, but you know, I've had a pretty good week. As far as the tiebreakers, I'm doing pretty well.
Two-time defending champion, not defending champion, two-time champion here in Los Angeles, and tomorrow in the final rematch of the '99 final with some guy named Andre Agassi. You got to be psyched for that.
I've never heard of him, so I don't know. I mean, I hear he's a pretty good player and he's got some talent. He's won a few titles, but he's one of the best ever. He's the ultimate rival that I've ever played. He's the best player I've ever played, and tomorrow will be a good match, and hopefully these fans will come out and support it.
Absolutely. Pete, any concern about your leg? I saw you had it wrapped before the match. Is there anything to worry about? What's going on there?
Just a little tight. You know, I've been playing a lot of matches this week, a lot of close matches, and you know, I should be okay for tomorrow. But it's just a little sign of age. I'm hitting 30 here. So you know, a few aches and pains here and there. So hopefully I'll get through.
Yeah, you're getting really old, and you're a first-time uncle. Congratulations on that. Any extra incentive to win tomorrow to say, hey, you know, Pete Sampras, not quite 30, still has plenty of tennis left in him?
Well, there's a lot there. You know, even though I've done okay over the years, I still have a lot of passion to the game, and tomorrow playing Andre is a lot of motivation there. He's had a great year, and but it should be a good one.
Thank you very much, Pete. Good luck tomorrow. Great match. Pete Sampras.
All right, Sampras a winner, 7-6, 6-4. A very happy Pete Sampras, and a lot of people looking forward to that big match tomorrow. Sampras against Agassi. And we're going to have a chance now to go back and watch Andre Agassi from earlier today. Stay with us. We'll be right back at the Mercedes-Benz Cup in L.A.